Hello, it's Friday. I hope that your day is awesome. How's it going? I'm Amanda. I am sharing daily tips and tricks to be awesome and have a more positive experience in this world. I used to be a drug and alcohol addict, and now I'm sober and everything's amazing and not necessarily easy, but I have a lot of things that make it better and I want to share them with you. So thank you for being here and thank you for watching. So today is the full moon, and as I have mentioned before, you may or may not know about me. I love following the moon cycles, and there's this one book that I really like. I should have had it ready to show you, but it is called Lunar Abundance by Ezzy Spencer, and it's awesome. And she talks about how the moon phases go in pairs of yin and yang cycles. So we have the 28-day cycle, and most of us are really familiar with like a new moon and a full moon. But in between that, there's these little bits, where it's traveling through yin and yang. So yin is the receiving, resting, gathering kind of mode, and yang is the action, driven, of service, more energetic mode. I mean, they're both energies, but anyways, so today is a full moon. Today is about yang energy. It's about, hopefully, well, in my practice, I have spent a few days sort of gathering and observing and breathing a little bit. And now I'm going to take the next steps. And I love thinking about this in terms not of efforting and forcing, but in terms of illuminated action. So what's being revealed, what's mine to do, and I'm going to gather my energy and use this time to go out and get it. And so in the spirit of yang energy, who is more yang than Tony Robbins? I found this video or a YouTube clip of him, and I like him. He's a bit much, and I like that. And I don't listen to him a lot, and I haven't read a lot of his stuff in a while, but I remember he was the first self-help book that I ever picked up before I quit drinking. And so listening to him today was really nice, and I was remembering that time. I was reading his book and couldn't remember any of the stuff because I was drunk, but I was writing stuff down, and I really think that planted a seed for me to eventually get sober, because I got sober pretty shortly after that. And he has a lot of great advice on how to make that shit happen. And one thing that really resonated with me that I want to share with you today is this idea of raising our standards. And it reminded me of when I quit smoking and some other advice that I got. It's like we struggle with changing bad habits or letting go of stuff for many reasons, but one thing is because we still have our identity wrapped up in it. So if you're trying to quit smoking but you're still identifying as a smoker, you're going to feel like you're depriving yourself of something, you're going to feel incongruent with who you think you are, and we have many subconscious things that pull us back to staying in line with who we've defined ourselves to be. So if you really want to make a change, it's not just about figuring out the best plan to quit smoking and then deprive yourself and use all your willpower, because that's going to burn out. I heard it said it takes an average of 7 times to quit smoking, and I believe it. It took me many tries, but what finally worked and what finally stuck was that I just stopped identifying with myself as being a smoker anymore. And I started practicing. I remember Jen Sincero, another author who wrote You Are a Badass. She talked about when you're changing your identity, you name that thing that you're letting go of and you associate something really nasty with it. Like, so for me, when I was quitting smoking and I would see cigarettes, I would say, I would sooner lick a dog turd on the street than smoke a cigarette. And at first it wasn't true. At first I really wanted a cigarette, but eventually it became true. And I started to carve out and create a new identity for myself. And now I'm not a smoker. And the really beautiful thing about it is I don't want to smoke. I have people that I'm close to that have quit smoking and they still crave them every day. I don't know what that's all about. I feel very fortunate. But I also think it has to do with the fact that I just raised my standard and I changed my whole mindset around it. And I was like, I don't fucking do that anymore. And I did it with drinking and I did it with drugs too. And it's just not even an option. And I just love that. I love that decisive nature. I think it works wonders. So if there's something in your life that you want to let go of or you want to change or you want to raise the standard on, figure out your vision for it. Figure out why you want to do it. Don't just do it in terms of like, well, I really should. It's really gross. It's really bad for me. Because that's not compelling enough. But if you figure like, I want to be able to run around the block and I want to be happy and I don't want to stink anymore and I want to save my money for vacations and all that, focus on that and then just start figuring out, well, what kind of person is like that? And there's nothing stopping me from being that person except myself. And so you can practice scripts and affirmations and rituals and things that start to reframe who you see yourself as to align with who you want to be. And it is no joke. We can absolutely create that for ourselves. Go try it and see if you don't believe me. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks again for being here. Bye.